All right, today we have a few things I want to talk about, and I saw something today that was really disturbing, and I had to talk about it. All right, so I'm gonna explain what I saw, and then I'm gonna give you my thoughts on it, and then I'm going to show it to you. Anyway, first one is fleas. Now, when you hear fleas, you don't think anything of it, but this is pretty disturbing to me. I don't know you. I guess I want to see if it'll be pretty disturbing to you as well. But to me, it's important things that people need to talk about because I see it as something coming. It's already here. It just hasn't got over where everybody's at, but it's on its way. Fleas. So the people of the World Economic Forum, they have their own scientists. These are the people that wanted us to eat bugs and worms. These are the people that wanted us to be in 15-minute cities, which they've already constructed, and there are people living in them. I'll have to get into that next time. I've already seen it. I'm gonna have to show it to you. There are no cars allowed. There are no garages. There's no parking for cars. The city is made because they don't need cars, with more things inside the city, and it's all within walking distance, or you can ride your little electric scooter to it. Okay? And they already have people saying that they're living there. They already show people living in it and some of the people that work in it. So it's here. But that's not what this video is about. Those same people are basically trying to control the whole world, and what they're doing is they're engineering animals, like the stuff that's going on with the rabbits with this black fungus growing out of their face, like off the movie The Last of Us. That started over in UK, and now all of a sudden it's here. Stuff don't just get here. People bring it here, okay? And now this fungus, they call it the zombie fungus or whatever, it's on the deers, it's on the rabbits, and this bothers me because I like the animals, love animals. But now they have a genetically modified flea. And let me explain what the flea can do, and then you're going to hear them explain it, and you're going to see what it looks like. So how they plan on doing it is they're going to do it to your animals. Cats can carry the fleas. It comes from outside, comes in your house through the cat or the dog. But they say mostly the cat. Cats, squirrels, rats, anything that kind of lives outside. The flea will come in through the animal, and then it can bite you. People say, oh, no big deal. This one is a big deal. It's not going to kill you, but here's what it's going to do that I find just as bad. Gates has been saying for a long time that he was going to stop us from eating meat. He's with the World Economic Forum. He's one of its sponsors. He's one of its investors. He's one of the people that have a lot of invested interest in there. He's one of the top donators. We'll just say that because I want to get to it. Well, this flea, what it does is, right now it's in California. It won't be long before it's in all the other states because they're bringing all this stuff around, and they're going and putting it out into the environment and letting it spread amongst the animals, and then letting it spread from the animals to us. Nothing should ever spread from animal to human. It should take hundreds of thousands of years for that to evolve where it can pass from an animal to us. That's why that whole COVID thing was a bunch of shit. Now, this flea, if it bites you, you will no longer be allowed to eat red meat of any kind. So you will become allergic to that meat from that day on. If the flea bites you one time, you will not be able to eat red meat of any kind. I mean, burgers, beef, steaks, all the good stuff is gone. It's going to force you to become a vegetarian, okay? Then you'll fit in perfect in your 15-minute city.
This brand new rental community in Tempe has all the amenities: fitness center, dog park, outdoor kitchens, but something's missing. So there are no cars in this community at all.
Isn't it great?
Cul-de-sac is the first community in the U.S. designed and built specifically for car-free living. Co-founder Ryan Johnson says the demand is strong.
Every generation, and including 92% of Gen Z, would like to pay more to live in a walkable neighborhood.
Retail, restaurants, and to start, nearly 200 apartments, all within steps of each other. No cars means no parking spaces, no garages.
Because we don't have residential parking, it opens us up to have 55% landscape space, and we get to add so much to the neighborhood.
Like social spaces around every corner. The complex is strategically located right next to the area's light rail system. All residents get a free pass. The first 200 also get a free electric e-bike, and a partnership with Lyft gets them discount rides.
I've been fine just going via rail or just biking.
Juan Ramos, among the first 100 to move in here, grew up in Arizona, but left because he didn't like the car-dependent sprawl. At 27, he just came back and says living car-free has opened his eyes.
Frankly, for most of the apartments I've lived in for years, I've never even talked to my neighbors. I know people, like, that's Pete over there, that's Ben over there, and I'm like, that's the first time I've said that.
Residents often gather near the retail stores, which focus on small businesses. Jada Stratman is moving both her Home Sense business and herself in.
It's not as affordable out here as it was a few years ago, you know, and having that opportunity to live and work where you are and just have it as one, that's perfect.
Walkable neighborhoods are all well and good when the weather's fine, but temperatures here in the summer can sit over 100 degrees for weeks at a time. And that'll be the real test to see if carless living can really go the distance. Lester?
All right, Diana.
You will own nothing and be happy.
I'm saying this because I already see it coming, and I know a bunch of people finna get it, and I know it's finna spread, and people finna think that it's some kind of natural occurrence, and I'm here to tell you it's not. It is being engineered to go that way. So they're going to put it into the animals. That's going to then transport it over to us. And then it's going to cause us not to eat the meat anymore. And this is how they're saying they're going to, this is what they're saying, this is how they're going to stop some of the health issues in society. This ain't got nothing to do with health issues. This got to do with control. And people need to understand it because it's here. And it is sick shit to me. I had to make a video on it because it was disturbing when I saw it and I seen that they could do it. The nanobots, nanotechnology. A nanobot, for me, is a dot computer. Little robot, the size of a dot computer. And if it goes into your body and it goes straight up into your brain, and forms antennas there, then it can receive signals that can then get you to do whatever they want you to do. So to me, a lot of these weird killings and murders that are just going on, like crazy shit with certain people doing it that don't normally do it, that just started out of the blue after 2019, I believe it's being engineered. I've been seeing it. I believe people are being programmed to do certain things, and it has to do a lot with the jab. And I believe that because everything I've done, all the research I've done on that, and what they say is in it, I don't buy it. Another thing I'm going to say, with all the AIDS popping up everywhere, they said inside of that was 7 foreign strands of HIV. 7 foreign strands. So that means even if you don't die from it right away, you're going to get that and you're going to spread that. So they're really doing everything in their power to bring the population numbers down. And they're planning on doing it, and they're going to do it because this is what they want to do. People need to be very careful. And we all need to know who took the, we all need to know, because now this is beginning to go to a whole nother place. I believe shortly we're going to find out who did and who didn't. Those lights popping up everywhere, those black lights, that's not natural either. They got it at all the buses here. I mean, it's literally in the buses after dark, all the buses light up with that black light on all its passengers. Looks cool. The black light always been a good light, but I believe it's something else about that light, and it probably has a lot to do with everybody who took the. Anyway, that's my personal opinion about it. But the fleet thing is not an opinion; it's a fact. The fleet thing is real, and I'm gonna show it to you. You're gonna see it. By my personal opinion, when they say they're gonna get us to stop doing something, they're for real about it. People need to wake up. People need to get together. People need to be very mindful of what they eat, very careful about what they eat. And it just looks like it's going to get real ugly out here. Because if people stop eating meat and they get hungry still, the same hunger but no meat, what are they going to eat? They're talking about making us into vegetarians, plant-based food. So then I guess they're going to have all the good stuff and we're going to be eating bugs and worms like they originally wanted us to. This is looking very scary to me and very crazy. Like I woke up in another timeline. Like I woke up on another dimension or something. The crazy one, the upside down. Everything's backwards here. Everything is fucking backwards here. Anyway, the fleet thing, I'm 100% it's gonna spread. It's already over 400,000 cases of it in California. It's eventually gonna spread everywhere else. So they're putting insects and animals into the environment that were never there before. And I already had been noticed that, because whenever I see a weird animal that just came out of the blue, that came out of somebody's lab. Like I don't know if y'all ever saw the chicken mixed with rabbit, something else. It's got like a mix of 3 or 4 different animals. And it looks weird but cute. I'm gonna see if I can find it, show it to you, but it's wild. You might be able to find it if you go looking it up. The chicken or rooster mixed with a rabbit. They've been mixing all kinds of shit. Parrots with pigeons, and they look pretty but different. Pigeon with parrot colors. But that's not the point I'm making. Is they're putting things into the environment, into the ecosystem that was never here before, and it's going to have an effect. It is going to have an effect. But right now, they are very determined and adamant on making everybody stop eating meat, and this is the extreme that they're willing to stoop to get us to do it. And they're going to do it and say it's in the name of saving lives and health issues and stopping people from getting certain health issues. And I don't believe it has to do with any of that. I believe it's to clean us out for something else. And what I'm thinking is some things are on their way here and we're the food source. I mean, think about it. Alex Collier said a bunch of years ago, and you can go back and look him up, and I can pull it up too, because you had Alex Collier, Dr. Deborah Blair, and Jordan Maxwell. These guys came and gave you everything you needed to know about everything that's happening now. They was talking about it way back. Alex Collier said, and I studied these guys extensively, like over and over. I watched all their shit, I mean over and over, like 100 times. So, Alex Collier said that the reptilian people, they ate us. That they preferred the children because we as adults had too much toxins and pesticides in our bodies from eating all the bad food that was polluted. And they didn't really like eating us, the children, because they were young bodies were cleaner and didn't have all the pesticides and toxins because they were young and they hadn't really got to eating all that stuff. So they prefer the children. The body cleans and cures itself, okay? If they get us to eating plant-based foods, we're all going to be very healthy out here. And healthy for some reason, all of a sudden. I believe we're a food source for something else. And I believe Deborah Blair said that the mad cow disease, that they didn't burn those cows, that they gave those cows to the beings below us under the ground, the reptilians. And he said that they lived underground and that there was an agreement made between our government and them that if they brought the food down to them, they wouldn't come to the surface. And Dr. Deborah Blair said that in the future they were going to come to the surface because as our densities began to raise on the planet and in us, they will no longer be able to eat the cows. They don't eat all the animals. They only eat specific things, okay? Because if they ate the animals, there would be a lot of shit missing. Cows get mutilated, and we see that with lasers. There's plenty of us I know, we all heard of that. Well, they like to mix shit, okay? The Greys drink our glands, according to Alice Collier. They like to take the cow glands and the human glands, put together like an aphrodisiac. They love it. And when they went to Dulce, Mexico, they said they went down there and went to war with them, and they saw people's bodies in pieces and glands missing. And when the cows get took, glands are missing. Organs are missing. Surgically remove with a technology that we don't possess. Through pinholes, everything was pulled out, not a drop of blood on the ground. We can't do that. I don't care what nobody's saying. The best doctor in the world couldn't do that. So something is definitely taken, okay? And there's a lot more missing people and deaths that they're just, the news is just not going to report. Because I guess by now everybody should have figured out that the news lies. And they're not going to tell us the truth. And when I see that something is really pushing us towards being clean and eating bugs and worms, which it is a source of protein, but I'm not eating that shit. When something is pushing us towards eating bugs and worms and plant-based things, that tells me something is very, very wrong and something's coming. And it's going to get ugly. Just trust what I'm telling you. It's going to get real bad. And I'm pretty sure that that's what we're being took to. So I just want to be the first one to say it, or the second one to say it, because people need to hear it. But this flea, if it bites you one time, you won't eat red meat ever again. Your body won't accept it. You'll be allergic to it.
Well, 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 the Lone Star tick has made its way to California and infected over hundreds of people in the last few months with AGS, a rare disease that makes humans allergic to red meat and dairy, forcing them to go vegan, which is interesting considering a World Economic Forum scientist said this just a couple years ago.
About milk intolerance, and some people are intolerant to crayfish. So possibly we can use human engineering to make it the case that we're intolerant to certain kinds of meat, to certain kinds of bovine proteins. And there's actually analogs of this in life. There's this thing called the Lone Star tick, where if it bites you, you'll become allergic to meat. I can sort of describe the mechanism. So that's something that we can do through human engineering. We can kind of possibly address really big world problems through human engineering.
That was Dr. Matthew Lau in 2016 when there was about 34,000 cases of AGS in the United States. Skip forward to today, there's over 450,000 Americans affected. How are they getting from Texas to California? Climate change. What is it ultimately going to help? Climate change. It's just crazy that this happened in Martha's Vineyard, where the global elites and WEF members vacation in the summer. Is this just an experiment or a coincidence?
You won't be able to eat it. This has been genetically modified. You're going to see it for yourself. I'm going to kill it on the flea. because I got to talk about one more thing, and then that's it for the day. This is an emergency thing that I'm making, and I'm going to put it out today so you can see it. All right. Other thing that bothers me and disturbs me. China has made robots that will become online next year that can carry and have a human baby. I'm going to repeat it so you heard me. China has just made a robot that can be pregnant and carry a human baby. And they will pump the nutrients into the robot through a tube so it can carry and have a human baby. And to have these babies, for the robot to carry it for you, $14,000. Now, let me explain it so you understand, because cloning been here. This is a form of that for me. It's not all rocket science, not that hard to think about, people. A lot of y'all been trapped on the news and listening and believing and not really searching and doing the research, but I do. If they get a skin cell from you, some of your DNA, some sperm from a man, they can make another person. They can literally make another person in a tube and whatever they got, they're making them in. That means a lot of people out here might not be real. I remember a news clip I saw about 2 years ago that they were saying they would find fetuses in woods over in Russia, and that it was so bad with the cloning they couldn't tell who was who. That's how bad it got. That's how bad it's got over there with the cloning. They use the aborted babies to make the vaccines, because what they're doing is mixing bad things in there and making the body accept it. The body won't accept it unless it's pure and it's human. So they was more pure and human than a baby. So they put it in that from the aborted babies. You can look it up. I've seen it. I've looked through it. And then your body accepts it and takes in this bad thing and keeps it in there. And vaccines have a lot of dangerous things in them. A lot of vaccines do. Formaldehyde, mercury, nickel, just things that to me don't even belong in the body. And to me, for you to even put that in the body, you got a sinister thing going on. You had a plan. You didn't want people to live their lifespan, whatever, because it'll hold it in there for a long time, and then over time, it'll start to open up and release that stuff, and then you start getting all these health issues. They've already proven it and shown it and seen it and put it out there, and I've seen it. So you do your research on that. I can't go back and pull up a lot of that stuff, because they're pulling a lot of things down off the internet or making it very hard to find. But next year they're gonna be coming with the robot, and the robot can carry a human baby and have a human baby, and they'll feed it through a tube, and it'll be $14,000 to anybody that wants the robot to carry for them. So now I think it's going to get to a point where it won't even matter what age you want to have a kid, you'll be able to.
Robots could soon give birth to human children in a revolutionary breakthrough. China is reportedly working on designing a bot with an artificial womb, which will receive nutrients through a hose in its abdomen that'll soon be able to carry a baby for about 10 months before giving birth. Still a lot of questions, like how the egg and sperm would be fertilized and inserted into the womb, and of course how the bot would give birth. But if all goes according to plan, the prototype will make its debut next year. And for those struggling to conceive, hiring a robot to carry their baby will cost about $14,000 US, significantly less than a human surrogate.
And once everybody do get cleaned out with the bugs and the worms, there's no more meat. And the chicken ain't part of it. It's a red meat specifically. But I'm gonna put it in play so you can see it, both of these things. And you tell me what you think about it, because it was pretty disturbing to me, very disturbing to me. So I'm gonna put it in play, both of these things. You tell me what you think about it. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. It was an emergency. I throw this together real quick because I saw it, and I'm just gonna put it up the way that it is so you can see it. I ain't gonna go and just pull up the thing and play it. I'm gonna let the two people show it, who showed it, on both things, and I'm gonna let you see it and tell me what you think. And yeah, that's a little too much, too steep for my blood. I like meat, and I do not like this at all, because that shit gets here, we're doomed. You're gonna watch a whole race of people just become allergic to meat out of the blue. It's gonna be one case and another case and another case, and it's gonna be everywhere, and then nobody ain't gonna be eating meat no more. And they still gonna win, and people gonna think that this is something else, and I'm here to show you ahead of time, it's not. It's engineered. And we need to do something about this. We need to stand up, because if we don't, we're gonna lose everything. We're already losing it all. Look at what they're doing to the animals. Little rabbits, they already fucked up because they ain't got no arms, they can't defend themselves, they just food. And then now you're gonna push shit in the rabbits. Let me tell you something. To me, them poisoning the animals is so we can't go get them to eat. That's what I think they're doing it for. I think that they're poisoning the animals so that when they start to do whatever to the food, or take the food away, or stop the food from being shipped out, we won't have no choice but to eat the bugs and worms, because they're going to pollute everything else to make us eat the bugs and worms. This is what I think they're doing right in front of our faces. Bill Gates is a real evil man. And he does it with a smile. And he's not a good guy at all. He's very bad. He's big. He's very much big behind this. He backs it. You know, he's one of the funders. Okay, primary funders of the WHO, the EAU. These are a bunch of elites. That is the elites, and they feel, like Klaus Schwab said, that they get to make the decisions for all of us. And I think that that's a problem. They also feel that we're eating up all their resources. And I think that's the problem. Because the Creator made a planet, and to say that there's not enough of anything for what He created is saying that God don't know what He's doing. And He is he didn't make a planet that was suitable enough for the life He put on it. And to me, that just does not make any sense. There's an abundance of food here. There's an abundance of space here. There's an abundance of everything. That Creator knowed exactly what it was doing when it created us and put us here. And it made more than enough for however many people were to be born here or be on this planet. There's plenty of food for them to go around. You just got a bunch of greedy ass people that's taking their money and buying up everything and trying to pollute everything to make us eat what they want to sell us or what they want us to eat. And this is just about power, control. And they are going to try to put us in those cities one way or other. Okay, they're coming at us from every angle there is. Diseases, AIDS is blowing up in all these states out of the blue. People been there doing their thing, but now AIDS is blowing up out of the blue. So many cases a few years after this. Now here's how I believe you could figure out that it's being genetically done, engineered through. Go and look at when AIDS hit the scene. And look at the percentage over a 3-4 year period when it hit the scene. And then look at it now, since 2019. I want to even say 2020. And look at the numbers now. It's going to be something there. And I guarantee you it's going to be way higher. Because again, we finna see a spike in that like we've never seen. And it's going to make people really turn away from people. And then if you got weak people that's going to be doing dumb shit, you have to cut them off because they're going to bring some bad shit back to you. This is not the time to be so trusting. This is the time where if you got discipline, the person you with got to have discipline too. Because if they don't, they're going to bring you back something, and it's going to cause a lot of innocent or people to get wiped out because they were not smart. They had no discipline. They had no self-control. You got to have that. Anyway, this was important to me. It needed to be said. It needed to be made. I saw it and it very much disturbed me. I mean, it very much disturbed me. So you tell me what you think. Is it disturbing to you? What do you think about it? But when you start seeing black people, white people, all colored people, all colors, white, everybody, starting to all of a sudden not want me and can't eat me, you finna know why. This blue bubonic plague shit, Alex Collier said they were redoing all the diseases 20, 10, 15 years ago, that they were redoing all these diseases, and he named all of them. The blue bubonic plague, he said they were bringing all that shit back, and then now here comes a case over in California again, where a guy got it, the blue bubonic plague, the black plague. Listen, he said they were bringing them back new and improved, and I believe it. We're looking at it. Everything that these three men have said, Joy Maxwell, Alex Collier, and Dr. Delbert Blair, has come out full circle. Everything they said all them years ago and all the way up until the end. Alex is still here. I think Jordan is still here. Dr. Delbert Blair is dead already. But he talked about that 5G. He talked about the shots. He talked about all of it. And he was 100% accurate. The 2 sons, everything. So, people, listen. Look these people up. I'm going to play these 2 clips. You look at it, you tell me what you think. And, okay, guys, if you like my video, give me the thumbs up. Okay? I put up a new video almost every day or every other day. So,